Hello and welcome to a new video. I hope you're all doing well. And today I thought we're gonna do a little winter transition because winter is a season that most people struggle with the most. And I'm struggling a bit too right now because it's getting dark early and it's dark in the mornings as well, so it's a bit hard for me to get out of bed. In this video, however, we're going to decorate my room a little bit for the upcoming winter months and Christmas, of course. So you can see this kind of like little wall here behind me that is currently very fall autumn themed, and I kind of want to change that a little bit. I printed out some photos so we can decorate with winter themed photos that are kind of like snowy and Christmassy, and I can't wait to see how it looks like. Then we're also going to clean my room a little bit. It's kind of like a winter reset too, if you will. And we're going to be reading, of course, and I'm going to try to embrace that it's getting dark outside early and try to get as much reading time in as possible. And during the hours in which it is not dark outside, I'm going to try to study a little bit. I just finished Crimson Moth or Heartless Hunter a few days ago. I listened to the audiobook on Audible. I already mentioned it in my last video, and I actually really liked it. It's not a 5-star book by any means, but it is definitely a 4-star one, and I can't wait to read the second book in the series. I think it's a duology, and I think the next book is coming out either in January or February next year, so I'm definitely going to either listen to that or read it as well, because the ending of Heartless Hunter was such a cliffhanger. I really want to see where it is going. Currently I'm still reading The Binding by Bridget Collins, and it's still this like beautiful copy that's kind of shining, and I am actually almost done with it. I don't know if you can see, but I'm almost finished. I want to finish it today actually, after I finish decorating everything here, and I really like it. I already said in my last video that it was about book binding, in the sense of when the book in the world is bound, the person then forgets the memories that are bound into the book. So it's basically you tell the binder what you want to forget and they bind it into a book for you, and then you forget. And other people can read it, and of course there's a lot of illegal stuff going on with people buying books and memories basically from other people who decided to get rid of these memories. I really like that it introduces a problem in this kind of like historical fantasy world, and that it then goes on to address so many different perspectives of that problem. And it's really interesting to see how it portrays bookbinding as a good thing and as a bad thing at the same time. It's just really worth reading, in my opinion. It's a very well thought out story, and I really can't wait to see how Bridget Collins will wrap everything up at the end. But yeah, I hope I will finish this book today, and afterwards we're going to pick out a new one. I am not sure yet what it's going to be. I also have some books on my Kindle that I kind of want to read soon. For example, A Discovery of Witches. I started reading last year, I believe, and I didn't really like it, but I remember liking the atmosphere. I just didn't like the story that much, so I kind of want to get back into it and see if I like the story better now, because the atmosphere was very November-y, in the sense of like very late fall, early winter. It was very dark academia, and there were beautiful descriptions of libraries, so I kind of want to see if I like it more this time around. Okay, let me stop blabbering and let's get into the decorating part of the video. So it is the next day now and I finished my wall decorating project. You can see it over here. I'm going to show it to you in detail in just a couple of seconds. I just wanted to check in real quick. Yesterday I spent the majority of my evening decorating this, and then afterwards I finished my book, The Binding, which I talked about multiple times on here now, and I actually really liked it. The ending was kind of fitting, I believe. I don't give star ratings, but I enjoyed it and I would recommend it to people potentially, but I feel like people have to be aware that it deals with rather dark themes as well, so keep that in mind if you want to pick it up. But in total, I liked it. It was a good book. It addressed so many different kinds of problems, and I really liked how it was executed, and the writing was nice as well. I just didn't like all of the parts equally, so this book is divided up into 3 parts, and I feel like I like the middle part most. And I didn't really like the last part that much because it's written from a POV of a character that I didn't really care for. So that's just my only complaint, really. But yeah, that was The Binding. And then I continued with A Discovery of Witches, which I talked about yesterday already. I started it last year and I didn't really like it. But I'm reading it on my Kindle now and I only read a few pages and I like the atmosphere and the writing style. We'll see where it is going when I'm a little bit further in. And then I also wanted to start another book today, which is a children's book, I believe, and it has beautiful illustrations. It's a German translation of a French book. I'm not sure if it was translated into English as well, so I'm just going to show you this copy now. If you would translate the title into English, it would be called Memories of the Forest, and I already love that. I believe it's about a fox who owns a library in the forest, and it has some beautiful illustrations as well, and I really can't wait to get started. I might even finish it today because it's quite short, so this is kind of Sunday read for me today. I'm also gonna go out in a bit to get a bit of food because I don't have any food in the house. And I saw that one of the bakeries close to where I live is open, but it's just starting to rain right now. It's rather dark outside as well. I hope it doesn't really affect the lighting of the video, but I am hungry and I really want to get something to eat. So we'll see how that's going with the weather. Good morning. I woke up literally a few hours ago and I didn't really do anything yet, and it is not actually morning anymore. It's like past 10 already, but I couldn't get myself to do anything yet. So I thought I'm just gonna start now by cleaning up my room, and then I'm going to get to studying because I'm still working on a presentation I need to do. I think I already talked about this on here. It's about history in the museum, and I'm analysing an exhibition I went to a few weeks ago. I already did a little bit of research into the theoretical approach, but I still need to analyse the actual exhibition. So that's what I'm going to start doing today, but first I need to sort out my notes as well. As you can see, my little Christmas collage wall is still looking good, and I want to read a little bit today as well, but the big self-care plan for today is to watch Pretty Woman because that's one of my favourite films, and I've been wanting to watch it for a few days now, and today is the day on which I'm going to watch it. I already watched a little bit of Gilmore Girls earlier while I had breakfast, and it's the perfect show for this time of the year, I feel like. And yeah, let's just get to cleaning my room because it's actually looking like a mess right now. There's just things standing around everywhere and I really need to clean up. Okay, that's much better. Let's get to work. Okay, so I'm all done with sorting out my notes and organising them in a cohesive way for my paper. And now we're gonna analyse the catalogue, which is right here. And it's actually very heavy and kind of big, but it's a very, very interesting catalogue, to be honest. I can show you some pages inside of this catalogue because this exhibition was very interesting. It mainly dealt with medieval manuscripts and abbeys and like monks and their communities, especially on this island. And they had some very interesting manuscripts there, and they also had a few other artifacts, but I like the manuscripts the best. It was very interesting, and I'm very much looking forward to analysing this exhibition now.